Hey YouTube, how you guys doing? Welcome to Florida. Yes, I am down in Florida. I am bringing a load of my mother-in-law's stuff to her house, her new house, and because we purchased the house, so I'm down in Florida right now, and I figured I'd do a quick video while I'm down here and showing off those cool trees. I believe they're called palm trees. So anyway, I'm just going to get started on the video. Hopefully this helps you guys. If you guys are pulling a U-Haul, these things are great. This is a 4x8 U-Haul trailer. Very lightweight, all aluminum frame. And it pulls behind my Mazda 5 like nothing. You might notice how it's sitting perfectly level, as so is the car. So I'm going to tell you guys a couple of things real quick since I'm down here in Florida and the weather is absolutely stunning. Other than the little drizzle that we're getting. So whenever you load a trailer, okay, I want you to draw an imaginary line from the center of this axle right here straight up the vehicle. Okay, you want to take all the heavy stuff that you're putting in the trailer and you want to put that right over the axle. Okay, so you want in the tongue of the trailer, you want light stuff, you want heavy stuff, and then you want light stuff again. Okay? Why? Because you want the trailer to do all the work. So if you're pulling a 4x8 and you're using a car, this is for the car guys, not the truck guys, but for the car guys. Okay? For the little cars like this Mazda 5 or the Mazda 3 or the little Fords or the little Chevys or the Dodges or the Nissans or the Toyotas. Okay? This is called a tongue. A lot of people don't know what this is called. This is called a tongue. This shape is called a gooseneck tongue. And you have about a 200-pound tongue weight. Okay? So what is tongue weight? This is the tongue. It's aluminum, so really if you picked it up in your hand, it'll only weigh about 10-15 pounds. But we're not going to talk about that. The tongue weight is when the trailer is loaded. The weight on this piece right here, this is where it connects to the vehicle. If you were to put a board and a scale there, okay, the scale would have to read less, 200 pounds or less. That is the downward force on the trailer tongue. Here's how you can get away with making your trailer tongue weight light. Put all your weight evenly over the axle, all the heavy stuff and all the light stuff in the front, light stuff in the back, and you also want to try to put the heavy stuff in the center. Okay, so you want your load in the center of the back. So right now we're looking at the back. You want the load in the center of that, and you want the heaviest part and the load, I'm going to go back here, and the center right over the axle. Okay, that is how you properly load a trailer, and that gives you minimum tongue weight, which is what you want. You also want the trailer to be sitting level. You don't want the trailer planed up, because you're going to be, the air's coming off your car and it's going to be hitting your trailer, and that's going to create drag. You don't want the trailer sagging down. The reason for that is the load is going to shift. It's going to shift all forward. Every time you hit the brake, it's going to come slamming forward. You want to make sure that your load is secure and that the trailer is sitting level. How do you level a trailer? You level a trailer using a variety of receivers. These are receivers right here I have on the ground. You can see I have a short 1-inch one. Okay, this is basically setting, so if you draw a line here and then where it mounts, it's about 1 inch. This one right here has 1.25 inches. Okay, so this one fits a little higher. See, if I put these on here like this, see how it's just a little bit higher. And then this one right here that I picked up from U-Haul, because I want to make sure that my trailer is secure and on there properly, is 3.25 right there, and that right there would sit up higher than these two. Okay, so that's one part. Second part I want to talk to you guys about is your safety chains. Those are the chains right there that basically, if the pin was to fall out of your hitch and that thing, or came it just came undone. If this piece right here broke, and you hit a bump, the thing came off, it's gonna fall right onto this chain set. This chain set, called security chains or safety chains, acts as a sling when you cross them. So whenever you're hooking your chains up to your car from your trailer, they should be crisscross applesauce. Now you can see that these chains right here were dragged. Looks like quite a ways. What you got to do when you hook your chains up to your vehicle, do you see how they look twisted? That's because they are. Before you hook them up to your car, if you twist them, okay, and you get a minimum slack so they're not touching the ground, that's what you want. And if you need to go more, you can just unhook it and twist it some more. If not, these are going to be long, they're going to be dragging on the ground. A lot of people use bungee cords and stuff like that. That's not the correct way of doing it. The reason why these are so long is because Uhaul and all the trailer manufacturers all over the world have a variety of trailers. Sometimes these right here, these anchors, are welded back here, so they require longer chains. Sometimes your whole trailer hitch assembly that's under your car is back further, so you need longer chains. In this case, my trailer hitch is forward and these are welded on forward, so I don't need as much chain. So I twist them and make sure that I have the proper sling that I need so they're off the ground. Second thing you want to do is make sure that you have enough electrical for your lights. Okay? If you look at my pigtail is this long. It's actually long if I pull it out, but for this video, it's this long. Some are shorter. Some are actually right onto your bumper, right onto your hitch itself. So what you need to do is you need to get a pigtail. This is called a pigtail. So this is where the electrical is for this trailer. And you can see how Uhaul, this is Uhaul's, by the way, not mine. And they wrapped it around so it sits like that. And it gives me enough flexibility on the trailer. That is a properly connected trailer. You can check your lights. They make at the auto parts stores one of these little doohickeys. And this plugs into your 4 flat, and these are LEDs, and they're labeled. They tell you, tail light. You can see right there, it says tail. And then LT for left turn, and then RT for right turn. You can pick one of these up. These are only a couple bucks, and they plug right into your connector. And if you have a connector on the inside of your vehicle or outside, you can leave these in, actually, and they come in handy because you can put some dielectric grease, and it won't corrode. This is always plugged in. So you want to make sure you do that. Now, over the winter, I didn't cover this ball. These balls both need to be changed. I cannot use these no more. And you're probably saying to yourself, Kevin, what's wrong with the balls? They look fine to me. They're a little rusty. Okay, so I want to talk to you guys about that. So, when you have a rusted ball like this, see how this is rusted? Okay, rust that's not smooth, the chrome is flaking off. The chrome is actually like a bearing. So when your coupler, this right here, goes over the ball, it needs to be able to pivot. If it's all rusted, okay, this is going to start to chew into your coupler and cause them both to wear prematurely, and they can actually wear out when the chrome. So if your ball looks like this, don't pull a trailer. This is marginal. This is okay. See how this one is? That one's okay. This one is really, really bad. So this one needs to be changed because there's no chrome left to it. And if I hook my trailer up to it and I go for a long ride, because of course you guys know I live in Massachusetts, and I go to Florida and it's going back and forth like this, it's just going to chew that out, the coupler. Okay? So make sure your ball is in good shape. Highly recommended product is they got these boot covers. This is Uhaul. I picked it up when I bought that brand new hitch receiver right there. I figured, what the heck, I'll get one of these because if I had this on there, you put a little bit of grease right in there, and you pop that over that ball will look like brand new. That ball sat out all winter long. Now last year when I used it, it was nice and chrome, but salt and sand, you got your what do you call it, the calcium chloride that they put on the ground to make the ice melt. It just eats the chrome right off of them. So make sure you get a ball cover, protect your ball You know what I mean. Funny, for the shape of that, huh? Anyway, so there's that. And then there's one more thing I wanted to talk to you guys real quick about. Okay, so the other part that I want to talk to you guys about is your hitch pin. So I did a video on this already, and now is a perfect example to show you guys how it should look. So this is your hitch pin right here that holds your receiver in. This is your receiver right here, okay? And you want to make sure that the pin is going from the top down. Now you see how I got this right here in the way of the bumper, okay, the bumper skirt. That's actually helping me out. That makes this thing so it can't possibly fall out. But we're going to push it forward. And see this window right here? I can either push it in this way, or, well, yeah, that's the only way you can really push it in. So push it in through the top that way. And the reason why you want to take an extra moment is because if you have it this way and this pin wears out, it'll fall to the ground. This will vibrate out that way, and then this whole thing, with trailer included, will exit the vehicle. Okay? Always put a hitch pin from the top down, and you want to make sure the weight is facing down. So you're probably saying, weight? What are you talking about, weight? I'll show you. A lot of people don't realize that this is also a weight. Alright, so we're on the other side of the vehicle, and you can see this piece right here. This is the pin. This bend does two things. It stops the pin from pulling through, and it's also a weight. So over the course of the vibration and everything else, the weight and gravity are going to pull it down. So if your pin goes from the top down, it can't possibly fall out, because this right here is not going to rotate upward. It's going to rotate downward, like it's been for the last 1,200 miles. Okay, so that's the proper way to put a hitch pin on. And then Uhaul has these cool, changing subject on you guys real quick, these cool balls. I picked up a new ball, and it's got a little nylon washer. You crush in here until it breaks off, and then it's torqued, and then you have your cotter pin. Always use everything in the kit that comes with, okay? The other thing you want to make sure on your trailer, I know there's a lot of information, you can just keep going back and forth to my videos. If you look up underneath here, see this little tab? All trailers have this tab. It has to be on the bottom side of the ball, okay? So when I pick up on it, you can see it move. See it move? Okay? You want to make sure that's underneath the trailer, underneath the tongue. Oh yeah, underneath the tongue. Under the ball. Sorry. Okay? Because that's where it grabs from. And other than that, guys, that is how you properly connect a trailer to the back of your car and keep it nice and level. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. And I'll be talking to you guys later.